Hey everyone, this tutorial is going to be the introduction to horizontal play. So let's start off with some basic tips. The way you hold the yo-yo is going to be different. You're not going to hold it the way you throw a normal breakaway. The way I would recommend to hold it is as follows. I'm going to have my three fingers, my pointer, my middle, and my ring finger here on the rim, and my thumb is going to be here inside the cup, like so. So I can hold it like this. Pinky's three. I just hold it like this with three fingers and my thumb in the middle of the cup. Like that. So, right, holding it like this. Right here. I'm not going to teach you the banana turnover because I think there's better ways to get into horizontal if you have to pinwheel. Either just pinwheel above the string or do a figure eight. Above the string would be this. Right? So you get it to hit the string. Of course, eventually you want to just go straight into the string and not have to do the pinwheels. The other way, which is probably the easiest, is a figure eight pinwheel. You're going to do a pinwheel above and then one below, then catch on the string, as follows. Like that. So I do one pinwheel above, one below, in a figure eight motion. So that figure eight pinwheel is a much easier method, and I believe it keeps the yo-yo more horizontal than the banana turnover method. That's the method, right? So that's how you're gonna get into your mount. Now the way we stand, or the way I like to stand that makes it easier for me, is with my non-throw hand side more forward than my throw hand side. My throw hand side I like to have more back. This allows me to lean back like such, keep my hands high, and not have the yo-yo hit me in the face, because that's no fun. So we're gonna stand like that, in that position. So I'll stand like that right now. I'm standing like that. I can lean back a little more by bending my knees. Makes me not have to lean so much if I bend my knees. Just like that. So that's the first horizontal trick I think you should learn. Is, right, trapeze, 1, 2, string hit, dismount, 1, 2, undermount, and that's the bind that you should do. So the first horizontal bind you should do, in my opinion, to keep the flow going, is when you're dismounting, go to undermount, roll over your throw hand, bind. It's a very common bind. Undermount, you swing over your throw hand, and it binds. Now, in the case that your bind is slipping when you flip over your throw hand, the bind slipping, take a step out at an angle towards your throw hand side, and it should grab the bind. So, right, we're gonna hold our yo-yo like I said, like this. We're gonna throw, do the figure eight pinwheel, hit into the trapeze, do the double roll, string hit to get it to bounce the other way, dismount into the undermount, then we roll it over our throw hand out towards our non-throw hand side. Under, over, out that way, and if the bind starts slipping, remember we're gonna take a step out that way to give it some extra tug so that it binds. Figure eight pinwheels. Okay, so those are pinwheels, right? Figure eight. So I step out forward and towards my non-throw hand side at an angle, and that should get it to bind. So you could also just do pinwheels above the string, but I feel that you get more of a balance doing the figure eight pinwheel, so that's what I'm going to recommend, is a figure eight. Now if you want to do it just above the string, I feel like it loses its horizontal plane a little more that way, which is the same reason why I don't like the banana turnover, because you have it under the the string on the same plane, I feel the figure 8 keeps it more on the horizontal axis. So once you're able to mount into it, you just have fun with it. Right, figure 8. And eventually you're not going to need to do the figure 8. We'll just be able to get straight into your mounts. So if you want to do a normal bind just from an undermount, you can, but I think it's actually a lot harder because you have to rely on being able to maneuver it versus just going with the momentum and swinging over your throw hand to get the bind, which I find a lot easier. So that's the bind I recommend when starting. And the first trick, you should learn horizontal, in my opinion. Right? Trapeze, then you roll in front of the string. So if you're horizontal, it means above the string. Above the string, right? After you've rolled a couple times, you want to make it hit on that string. That's where you get the momentum for the dismount and the bind. So, been saying the same thing over myself now, so that's basically all there is to it. Figure 8. Now the yo-yo starts to tilt up like this. Push your throw hand up so that you can get the yo-yo tilting this way. Because tilt management is going to be a part of horizontal play as well. So you could start off just doing that as well, right? If you're not comfortable doing the bind, just get into the mount. Just practice getting it on the string, you know, even if you're not trying to actually complete the trick. We'll give another look at how we hold the yo-yo. We're holding it like this, right? String nice and tight. Thumb goes here. These 3 fingers on the rims, like that. So the higher we hold our hands, the easier it is to stay horizontal. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I like to go straight to a double or nothing mount because I use a long string. But that's really all there is to it, right? Trapeze, roll, roll, insert the string into the gap to hit it from the gap, pull, dismounts, undermount, over the hand bind. So let's put it all together. Let's do the figure 8 pinwheels again. Hit, bind. And remember, if that bind's slipping, step out to the throw hand side to get the bind. So that could give it some extra force, some extra tug, and it should stop slipping. Hit, smell, step out. Alrighty, so that concludes the intro to horizontal. Hope that helps, and I'll continue the series a later day.